Namaskar. Welcome to Dr. Rao's Temple of Learning. This is your YouTube channel, Spiritual Management Course. Today we are discussing 29th small discourse entitled as What is Development of Consciousness? That is Chetna Ka Vikas. Part 3, the concluding part. Yes, this is Dr. A.P. Rao, Vice President, Telecom Division, High Physics Laboratory India Private Limited, MIDC Ranjangaon, Pune, Maharashtra, India. So, welcome to the part 3, the concluding part of what we call as Chetna Ka Vikas. Understanding through the course of spiritual management reads as realize that physical motion of lifeless matter is different than the movements of human or animal body. This is because of absence of individual consciousness in lifeless matter. And therefore, spiritual management approach suggests not to consider ourselves as body or brain or mind only. Beyond this, we are basically the spirit or soul. Summary of part 2 reads as we have discussed what is the space and what is in this space around us in which we are. We have seen that the gas, dust, and other bits of matter float around emptier areas in the universe or space. The spiritual management approach says universe exists within us and we exist within the universe. We have discussed that how to talk about universe inside and universe outside in last part. As per the mythological literature, every particle in the cosmos is governed, created, and controlled by either the individual mind or mana or universal mind. This is what we have studied in part 2, and now space cannot be generated. The space around us is not got generated through us. The consciousness is the energy filled in the space around us and in the individual brain as well. The spiritual management suggests us that we are in the pond of energy termed as space by us. We have not generated it, but is always present even before us and will remain even after we pass away. Consciousness cannot be fabricated, but it is everywhere in the universe. With respect to any individual, universe is present up to the time the observer is live. The observer as a person when dies, there is no universe for him. The spiritual management suggests that the presence of consciousness cannot be declined even after the death of observer. It is always present in the space even in our own absence. The energy of universe is consciousness itself. which neither can be created nor can be destroyed. In fact, we are the co creators embedded in and live in a participatory universe, which is a conscious universe in the cosmos. So we say we live in a participatory universe. What we experience and create is really based on what and how we are choosing to perceive. So our perception and perception is most important as far as the universe is concerned. As per spiritual management approach, development of consciousness, in Hindi we call it Chetana ka Vikas, simply means becoming enough sensitive to feel the energy of the space around. And when we are sensitive to internal and external consciousness, automatically become eligible to read any external mind or even the universal mind. There are examples of such happenings in Indian mythological literature. Presently, also, there are many spiritual leaders who can read your mind or thoughts and predict for future. This is out of the development of consciousness. Such people are capable to see the magic but has a scientific base determined or achieved through yoga and meditation by them, basically because of the concentration of mind. Moscow born professor of physics at Stanford University quotes, the universe and the observer exist as a pair, and the universe cannot ignore presence of consciousness. This professor is coming very near to the spiritual management approach. A scientific study reveals that consciousness may exist by itself, even in the absence of matter, just like the presence of gravitational wave. Consciousness may exist in all particles to create the more complex experience of human consciousness. No one knows what connects awareness, that is, the state of consciousness, with its contents, that is, thoughts or experiences. Sometimes we reveal presence of consciousness in the form of sixth sense. Spiritual management indicates not only are we in the universe, but the universe is in us as well. Our entire biological system, brain, and the earth itself work on the same frequency. Spiritual management tells us that body and brain do not have any free will to instruct anything to body or brain. But this power lies with soul, the individual standalone packet of quantum energy only. The soul lies with every living material in different amount because it is the amount of energy only. All such packets are connected to each other and know complete truth of the universe. Here, the spiritual management is speaking about the universal mind. They say, in the absence of observer, our universe is dead. So, spiritual management suggests that the destiny, we call it bhagya, niyati, prarabdh, is not a dynamic parameter of the universe but a static one as stated in Indian mythology. Western science is coming to Eastern philosophy by saying that in absence of observer, our universe is dead. And since the beginning, the Eastern Vedas are announcing loudly from the bottom of the heart the same fact. So, the spiritual management suggests not to only consider ourselves as body or brain or mind. Basically, we are the soul or spirit that has a power to control or instruct the above three, that is, body, brain, and mind. As a concluding remark, we may say the Western science is coming near to the Eastern philosophy through its experimentation. In conclusion, it may be said that the time has come to become more advanced in science and technology with the help of mystics and at the same time analyze the mystic teachings with scientific approach for the betterment of mankind. This is how we observe development of consciousness, that is chetna ka vikas in Eastern philosophy, which is the only true development of humans. And my spiritual management course teaches us the same. Thank you very much. And as usual, I conclude this discussion with the shlok from Veda Om Purnamadaha Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate. Means it appears you can take as much as you want from the nature and still you will be left with as much. Thank you. Thank you very much.